1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, besties? Welcome back to another episode of IEM Besties.
Woo, woo.
How are you guys today?
Amazing. You guys, the first time I'm not wearing makeup on the pod.
How do you feel?
Liberated.
Wow.
Like a brand new woman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I never thought I'd see the day, but here we are.
I'm very proud of you. Like, I haven't finished watching our full 100th episode, but guys, amazing. But you just saying, like, I don't think I could ever do it. And then 101.
I said that?
Did you? I feel like you said
on the 100th episode?
Did you say, like, I feel like I can't even walk out without wearing makeup?
Oh,
yeah, I think you did say that.
You did say that. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, 101, a new bitch.
That was last week, y'all.
That was
last
the
week.
growth is happening
What happened
expeditiously.
since last week?
Tune into the Patreon to find out.
Hey.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Honestly, though, I feel like once you feel comfortable without makeup, it's the best. Because then I love wearing makeup, but I feel like when I started wearing more like tinted moisturizers, like very light, I was like, oh, I kind of love this. But right now, y'all, I'm wearing lashes. We're switching.
I'm like, she's full glam.
I have decided to, you know what? I think I just really miss playing with makeup.
Okay.
Like I feel like I've been doing the same thing every single day. Like my everyday makeup is my going out makeup and I'm over it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to start doing, y'all going to see me more glammed up.
Love.
Yeah.
I love
Excited.
the glam.
Thank you. Thank
Well, I always wear makeup. I'm like, no changes for me. I'm like, actually, my skin is extra dry as fuck today, but thank God. Oh, it's 4K. Don't put this on your
Don't
TV.
zoom in.
Yeah, I'm like, don't put this on your TV.
That's crazy. Your skin looks like phenomenal.
I know.
Bitch is dry as fuck. Like I just didn't moisturize yesterday. I'm not gonna lie.
Like en la noche?
Yeah, en la noche. No, I just totally did not moisturize. I probably haven't moisturized the last 2 days.
The other day, I took a shower and I didn't put lotion on because I was like, let me see what this whole shenanigans
Oh,
is
that's
about.
wild.
Bro, I don't know how people don't put lotion on. Like, genuinely, that's insane to me.
No, and
I don't have any lotion on right now.
That's don't you feel like?
But look, it's like glistening still. I tried to put on moisturizer. I just didn't have the time, and we were gonna film, and I'm like, okay, I'd rather go put lotion on over there and then eat. But then right now I'm like, oh fuck,
you forgot it? Hell no.
No, I have it in my bag.
I genuinely feel like I don't know. Maybe I don't
Tight.
think I'm
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I feel like I'm like
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. That's what my homegirl always says too.
yeah, it's weird.
Never expected that.
I want to share something, but I have to share it on the Patreon, you guys. I can't
Damn.
say it here.
Not the
I'm
tease.
so sorry.
Give him a little teaser. I'm gonna give us a little teaser. Me one.
The teaser is the teasing that was teased.
What's it called? You know, after we took a shower together.
Vanessa's having flashbacks right at the beginning.
It's the full story.
Hey,
not
the
a
knuckle
teaser.
is palpitating right now.
Dude, he had lotion, a toothbrush, and everything
cute.
like
He
set
had
out
a
for me.
bag for you?
Yeah, like everything was like set up, like ready for me, and I was like, "That's so thoughtful."
Aww.
But yeah, I just thought it was a lotion because I remember looking at the lotion.
What kind of lotion was it?
It was the one that comes like in the little circle. I forgot the name of
The
it.
Cetaphil.
No, I think it was CeraVe.
Oh, CeraVe.
CeraVe.
Is it?
Sarah,
They're very
Is it the
similar.
same
They're,
shit?
yeah,
I know,
same
they're
shit.
like the same
They're very
shit.
Yeah.
The CEOs of Cetaphil and CeraVe are gonna hop on and be like, it's not the fucking same thing.
just cease and desist.
That's cute.
Yeah.
It's because he's older, so he knows what you need.
Yeah, and
You know
I
what
love
mean?
that. It's just like I don't have to think.
Like a 24-year-old would not.
No.
A 26-year-old would not probably.
A 24 would be like, "Oh, you put on lotion?" I don't do that.
You'd be like, you want me to ask my mom if he has
Damn.
That's crazy. No.
Just kidding, guys. Just
No, but that's so
kidding.
true.
Me
That's
living
so
at my
real.
mom's house.
Hey, I would still live there too if I wasn't married. Are you guys the type of like, as soon as I turn 18, I want to move out? Were you guys like that when you guys were
No,
growing up?
fuck no. I was not.
I
like
honestly
that.
never was.
No.
But you know what? I don't think I ever met someone at that age or till then that I felt you're worth leaving my family for. Like I think it's just son tiempos diferentes.
Yeah.
Like I would rather be more time with my family.
Yeah.
Not anymore because they all left me, but But even then, like yesterday, I was having a breakdown, y'all, and I was outside, like sitting in my car, and I was looking at my house, and I was like, oh my gosh, like should I leave? Because I feel like there's so many sad memories attached to it, but also obviously like my whole entire life is attached to it. But I'm also like, man, should I like? Do I need to leave to kind of let go of this? These like sad feelings I've been having, but I'm also like, where the fuck am I gonna go? Like, I have 4 dogs. Like, who's gonna take me with 4 dogs?
Right, yeah.
In this economy.
Yeah. And in the house that you're in, you're gonna go leave your house to go live in an apartment?
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't even make sense.
No, it really doesn't.
No. Just go get a padre, way. Get like...
Que bendiga la casa.
Yeah. Way. Get some fucking... What's that one thing he burned?
The sage.
Get some sage. Burn that hole in there.
You know what? I haven't saged in a long time.
You should.
And you know what? I haven't had a priest come bless the house in a really, really long time.
Maybe you should. Maybe that'll feel like, you know,
that's
different
true.
energy in the house after.
You're right.
That's true. I was gonna say, if we bless the bottle, you need to bless the house.
You know what?
I don't know why I'm having these bad vibes.
You
We're always blessing
let's drop option 1 and 2. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. I think that's gonna be the cure for real.
We could do both.
On my way here, I was like, yo, like, me falta una peda, like, peda, where I'm like, I'm not doing it to, like, I'm just doing it to have fun. And I'm bummed I didn't drink more at your party.
I get it. It was your house, your party. Like, I need to fucking make sure people maybe want to know.
That always happens.
You know, it wasn't that. I'm aware that I get sloppy, and I don't want to get sloppy unless everyone there is sloppy.
I think everyone at my party was sloppy.
Yeah, but you guys held your shit so well together. The only reason I knew you were that fucked up was because, girl, you were going off. Yeah, but and then your cousin fell. But other than that, like, I feel like everyone was chill. Like, you told me when
twice.
Yeah, when Saul showed up, he was already drunk. I was like, what? Like, I didn't notice. I can never notice.
Yeah,
I don't think you get that sloppy.
Not yet. But I want to get
I've
sloppy.
been around.
You should have just got sloppy. Bitch, it's your house. What the fuck? You could have just walked inside.
Walk to your room.
And your night is done.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I want everyone to be like stumbling. I wanted someone to fall in the pool.
Well, they jumped in.
That's not the same.
Purpose.
That's not the same.
Yeah.
I want someone to jump and be like, he's drunk, get him out.
She wants the drama.
Yeah.
She wants the drama. Bitch, just say you want to reenact the fucking telenovela scene. Perra!
Y'all, they're playing my favorite novela at the gym right now. Las tontas no van al cielo. Did you guys ever see that?
I never seen that.
It's the best, y'all. Let me tell y'all. Let me give you the breakdown.
Tell me the tea.
It's about this girl, and she's about to marry this guy. Her name's Candy. She's not a stripper.
Oh.
And she's about to marry this guy, and the day of their wedding, I think they already had their party, like they had already gone married. She catches him with her sister. There we go. And so she leaves, like she runs away, and everyone thinks she died. Like she lets everyone believe she died because she was just so broken. She takes off her dress like in the middle of the party and like tosses it to him. And then later in time, we find out that she had a kid and she moved to Guadalajara. And the guy, he ends up marrying the sister and also had a baby with the sister.
No.
And the kids become friends because they moved to Guadalajara too. And then she starts working. Jaime Camil is in this novela, y'all. This is the one where I like really, really fell in love with him because he's so sweet in it. He's a plastic surgeon. And she starts working for him. And the kids end up being friends. And this novela is cool.
Wait, clarifying question. So the runaway bride was pregnant with the...
But
she left. She still left, pregnant, and then had a baby.
And apparently the sister was pregnant too, so the kids are the same age. So when they moved to Guadalajara, the kids become friends. But I like this novela because it has like not that I like that it has homophobia, but it brings awareness to it because when the dad. Candy, she lives with her uncle and he's gay. Mm-hmm. And when the I think his name is Patricio. When Patricio finds out that like his son is going over to their house, he doesn't know that Candy lives there yet or that she's alive. But when he's going to his house and like he realizes the uncle's gay, like it really like plays into that, which I appreciated because I mean for its time, you know, it was a long time ago.
Very progressive.
Yeah. And the only reason that they find out that Candy's alive is because Chava, which is Candy's son, he's in the hospital and he needs a donor and she's not a donor. So she literally just shows up to Patricio and she's like, I need you to save our son. And he's like, ¿Estás viva? That just happened, y'all, last week at the gym. I was literally like, I be at the stair. I'm on the Stairmaster all the time now because every time I go, I think they play it like at 1 or 2. Bro, and it's on, and I'm like, oh my God. And I was in Texas, y'all, so I didn't get to see it, but I got Vicks. I'm gonna watch it on that shit.
Damn.
What?
It's a good novela. It's a really good novela. 10/10 recommend.
So she ends up with a plastic surgeon?
Yeah, in the end.
Oh.
I mean, it's a love triangle.
I'm like,
that's why it's called Las Tontas No Van al Cielo.
Yeah. But it's cute because Patricio, when he first asked her to marry her, he asked her jumping out of a plane. And obviously, they're going to go back and forth because that's how novela goes. When she gets back with Patricio, he asks her on a boat because he's like, la última vez te pedí en el cielo y ahora te quiero pedir en el agua. It's kind of cute, y'all. Really cute. Patricio's not evil. I mean, he is evil because, like, he fucked the sister, but, like, I think he gets a redemption.
Gets back with the baby daddy?
They end up like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a long ass. Back then, the novelas were like 10, 100 fucking episodes long. So they build go back and forth.
Plot.
Yeah. For the plot.
That's why dude, if you fuck my sister, you could have that bitch and you can never talk to me again, actually.
Dude, and the sister's a bitch. When they're in the hospital, she goes up to the mom and she's like, dile a Candy que a mí no me importa ese mocoso. And then the mom slaps the shit out of her and she's like, no vuelvas a decir eso. Oh, girl, it's good. That's my favorite one.
I might just have to watch it.
Yeah, it's really good. I have my Vix account if you guys want to watch novelas.
I'll watch it then.
Do they have like a bunch of telenovelas?
It's all the telenovelas.
Bitch, this man just asked me.
I might need that, actually.
This man just asked me that he wants to start a show together, so I'm gonna tell him we have to start that one.
Oh, nice.
Does he speak Spanish?
No, bitch. He's gonna read the subtitles.
Do you feel like if he's gonna be your forever partner, you would like him to learn your Spanish?
Yeah. If he wanted to, I feel like he already understands a lot because his previous relationship was with a Latina and his daughter's Latina.
Okay.
So his daughter literally speaks Spanish. So it's already in him, around.
He's comfortable with it.
He's comfortable with it, yeah. So, and it's funny because before him and I were even anything, he met my entire family because he was friends with my sister and my sister invited him to our Christmas Eve party. And I saw the way que convive with la gente Latina and he fits right in.
Oh, okay,
he literally it was great. Yeah.
You think if your partners were German or some random countries, you guys would go out of your way to learn the language?
I would like to. Yeah. I think I would. I feel like when you love someone, you just want to know the most about them and make things easier. And it's
that's true.
You would just want to. I feel like naturally you would just want to learn.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that TikTok of that guy who learned his wife's language? I don't know if it was French or something, and he said his vows to her.
Oh, it was Korean. It was Mandarin.
Oh yeah. And he said his vows to her in her language, her native language, dude, in front of everyone, and he surprised her. Yeah, she didn't know that he was learning for 2 years. 2 years he learned.
That is so sweet.
He was secretly learning.
Yes,
he's all listening, eavesdropping. She's all talking shit.
Literally.
I'm thinking the second I was like, oh,
last week I told her to fucking. It's not too late. It's not too late. She could drop out the wedding.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was I shed a little tear because
it was
I just I think love is so I was watching this movie the other day. It's not the movie Fleabag. You were the one that told me to watch it.
Y'all, I love Fleabag.
Yes, the scene where the priest is marrying the girl's parents. I mean the stepmom, whatever. And he makes a speech about how love is ugly, it's hard, it's complicated, it's amazing, it's fun. It's all these things, but it could be very shitty, because with a lot of pain comes with love. And he's and that's why I think people want to go through it with someone. That's why relationships are important because you want to lean on someone when you're going through all of that stuff. And I think it's just something so beautiful about feeling seen and valued and loved and just being paid attention to.
Yeah.
People notice things and you're just oh, you noticed that, and then kind of giving that to someone too. Oh, you I noticed this about you, or I did this because I thought about you. Just little things like that.
And I feel especially with language, because to me, I think that's why I never wanted to date outside of my culture, because I was there's just so much of me is that if you weren't able to understand it, then there'd just be so much of me that you don't know. So how do you really know that you love me truly and fully? You only love a piece of me because you're not willing to go the extra mile to learn it all. Because I saw a video like that, but it wasn't a Chinese person. I think it was a Spanish speaker, and I think it was the wife, I want to say, and she turned around, but she gave a speech to her in-laws, and it was so sweet too. She started speaking I think it was a girl, I'm not sure, but they started speaking in Spanish to the in-laws, kind of thanking them for their son, and I was that's so sweet. And I have been thinking about that for a bit, if I would learn the language, because German's hard. Yeah, Mandarin's like, fucking hard. I was
like, German? I don't know if I'll learn German.
Like, German's hard, but Mandarin's like the hardest language to learn.
Yeah, it's a whole different vocabulary. Yeah. I mean, like the text.
Yeah.
The font. I'm chronically online. Not the font.
You're chronically online friend trying to have a conversation.
Really? I'm like, the font. That was me the other day. I'm like, dude, like, I'm like, oh, do I have to change the captions? I'm like, oh, subtitles. I'm like, let me get the fuck off this app. That's why Instagram banned my account. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Wait. Before we talk about that, I want to recap our 100th episode because I think it's really amazing. Like I haven't been able to fully watch it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe like it's the 100th episode, or I just haven't had the time. No,
it's pretty long, since my Instagram. But give it watch it.
It's honestly so worth it. I feel like Itati was the best guest we could have had for it. I feel like we laughed, we cried, we were drinking. Like, you know, I just feel like it was so effortless. Like I literally
bestie coded for sure.
Bestie coded for sure. Like it was like, I feel like she was just like another bestie. You feel me? Like, and I think it was nice of her to celebrate us while we were obviously giving her flowers for all the things that she's accomplished. But yeah, I have to say congratulations to you too. You two have been here 101 episodes now. Like that's no small feat. Like really what she said, it really is no small feat. And, you know, it truly is a testament to like through the good, through the bad, through the hard times, the easy times, like you'll always find a time or a group of people to laugh and cry with. And I feel like that's what the Besties was. So I'm really excited for 101 more or a million more. But yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Thank you. That's super sweet. Honestly, I feel like the 100th episode really, I wouldn't say showed me. I always wondered why people felt like they were willing to open up to us. Because I noticed that like lately a lot of people have been crying on here. And like just even like before, like Saul would be like, oh yeah, like we already know if we want to cry, we're going to go on the Besties or whatever. And I love that because I love that there's a space where even like guests that don't know us feel like they're welcome enough to kind of open up to us, or even like the Besties, how they like message us and stuff. Like it's really, really sweet. So I'm very proud, especially because I don't think my brain grasped how much 100 episodes is. Like I think I was just like, oh, it's a number, you know. Like now I wish I would have like gone more above and beyond because it is a lot. So I'm proud of us. I'm proud of you for kind of very, you know, sternly coming in. I love that, and I really am excited for 100 more, bitches, because we're not going nowhere. The podcast trend is going to end, but we're still going to be here.
Right.
We're going to bring it back to life when it ends.
Exactly. Thank you, though. I had a lot of fun. I love going to Spotify. It makes me feel official. Before we continue, we want to give a shout out to Taste Salud. If you guys have not tried this, you guys for real are missing out. I use it as a pre-workout. I use it to stay hydrated. I use it to sleep. All of the flavors are so delicious. Which one's your favorite?
I think for right now, the guava.
The guava?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm into the mango chile. I feel like I'm eating a fucking Mexican lollipop.
That one is delicious. That one and this one. This is the peach lemonade. This one has 200 milligrams of caffeine, 350 milligrams of theanine, B6, and B12 vitamins. Come on, y'all. What more
and
can you need?
Only 5 calories, too.
Only 5 calories. Let me give y'all a little something I've been cooking in my fridge. Oh. I did the mango chile. I froze it, and I added tahini and little pieces of mango. Because you know them hotties are coming, y'all.
On the way.
10 out of 10, y'all. 10 out of 10. Gas.
I'm going to try it.
But if you guys want to try your own, go ahead and click the link below and use the code IE Besties. Love you. Bye. Back to the show. Thank you, though. I had a lot of fun. I love going to Spotify. It makes me feel official.
No, literally.
No, we are official. I feel like for sure, like me going to Spotify, I feel like, oh shit, this is pretty cool. Like I was just thinking like all my little nieces, like my little cousins, when they see this, I was like, oh, guys, just right here chilling at Spotify.
Let me take you back. I'm at the Spotify studios.
Yeah. Like, I honestly, I just think of them because I feel like, you know, they're the ones, they're growing up with the internet. Our older generations didn't grow up with the internet. So to them, it's like, they're like, okay, like no shade too. You thought they'd be like, okay, who's that or who's this or who's that, and it's just like you don't get it, you know. Like you guys are saying, like she is really like her own like giant in her own right, you know, like being a social media star, right? Like I think that is like a celebrity level, like people know you, you know. So it's like I think the younger kids, they're like, oh my god, that's so awesome, because they really look up to these people, and the older people are like, you gotta kind of explain it, you know, to them. But it's just like, no, these are like cool people. We're actually being able to share space with people that do matter, do have influence. And like, yeah, with the Spotify studios, like, I don't know, like get off Pandora, you know, Spotify is where the fuck it's at. Like that's
off Pandora.
You know, but that's to be true. My mom's on Pandora.
I literally haven't, that's so wild because I haven't heard anyone use Pandora in a minute.
Bitch, ask your 45 and up Tias. I promise you they're using Pandora.
I use Pandora.
Oh yeah,
I really do.
You do. She does.
She gives 45 and older vibes though. With her wake up every day and clean.
To be fair though, I hate searching music. So it's just easier to click on. And I always use it for like 2010s vibes. Because I'll just click on like Jason Derulo radio.
Right. Like that's all the music that they have in there anyways.
You could do that on Spotify too though.
I know, but Spotify, like if I listen to a song that's trending over and over again, it will, even if I look up an old song, it will still add the popular songs that are in right now. Which I don't appreciate Spotify.
I just search like the artist and then playlist.
Yeah.
And then and then it'll just give you a playlist of all like their songs, and you could just shuffle it.
Like if I put, let me think.
But you want like the whole genre type, not just one specific.
Yeah, like given the new Taylor Swift album is in every playlist, no matter how old of a playlist I want it or search. Texas Hold'em is in every playlist. Obviously, I love those songs, but if I'm on a vibe,
you don't want to.
I don't listen to that.
I get it.
I feel you. Yeah.
And Pandora never fails me. And I had premium, y'all. Like I'm a Pandora stan. I'm sorry.
I'm sure you're the fucking premium triple star
she's
loyal
keeping them in business.
Exactly. It's like who eats at Arby's? Me, bitch. Like that's me with Pandora.
No, literally.
You know, right now that you say that though, I feel like that's why celebrities hate influencer culture, because they don't like that any basic bitch could be famous. Like, you're a basic bitch. You're not anymore because now it's years in and you made, like, you put in the work. But you started off as a basic bitch. And that's how we're all starting off, you know? Like, we're all going to start not great. And obviously...
catapult.
Yeah, we're going to get to a level where we're like, okay, I want artists and celebrities to start acting like celebrities again. Like, you're not like us. I'm sorry. That's why you get hate when you go to the fucking Met Gala. And then you want to post all, oh, yeah, me making my green smoothie. Bitch, you got a chef. Don't lie to me.
Right.
Like, or at least you got someone buying your groceries, bringing it in. Like, you can't be fully relatable because you're not. And you're mad that there's people who are relatable and are barely coming up that we're all like, damn, this person's like dope. Like how you said, like Itati's essentially a celebrity. And I feel like, I think it was Jennifer Aniston where she's like, oh yeah, like now you know, anyone can be famous. And it's like, and you're mad about it, bitch. Yeah. Like, sorry. But it's more micro, you know? Like, I like that we're like local celebrities.
That's hilarious.
Because it's cool. I like it. I love it. Please come up to me, y'all. I used to hate it, but I love it now.
Did you guys ever want to be famous growing up?
I really did.
Bitch, yeah. I've been practicing my signature. I've had a signature since 5th grade. I've had a signature since my signature that I have now. Nice. It's copied from Marilyn Monroe. But I've had that signature since 5th. It's probably evolved since then. But I've literally signed my autograph multiple times. Like I did this is Isis and you're watching Disney Channel.
Disney Channel?
Disney because it's rated X. But I was in my living room.
Hey,
trying to do the little wand shit.
What do you think you're gonna be famous for?
Well, I was always a performer, so I thought I was gonna be the next Beyonce. Like, you know, I really did. Like, I'm telling you, since I was little, I would belly dance. Like, people would request me to go belly dance at their parties. Like, I would be requested, guys.
So you have such a belly dancer look.
Dude,
I need to. Let me get the body first.
On Patreon, she's gonna do it, y'all. Y'all gotta subscribe.
Whoa! And I am wearing a low skirt.
What did you think you were gonna be famous for?
I think I always wanted to act.
An actor?
Yeah, I would just eat up all like the Disney Channel shows, and I would like imagine myself in them. Me and my cousins would like record ourselves like dancing. Oh, actually dancing too. It was either gonna be acting or dancing. We would dance battle and like record everything. There's actually a couple videos on Facebook actually.
You need to get those.
Yeah, we need to post
that. I want to find and burn.
I'll find an old video.
Another British.
I want to find and burn them, but Y'all, let me know if y'all find them first. Yeah, so I think that's honestly what I thought I was gonna be famous for.
Well, you guys still.
How about you?
I honestly always wanted to be a talk show host.
No, a talk show host?
Yeah, like I feel like I'm living the dream right now.
Wow.
Like I really always wanted to, because I wanted to be famous, but I liked all the questions. I liked the idea of sitting across someone that I really looked up to.
Barbara Walters. Wendy Williams.
I wanted more at the time, y'all. Don't cancel me. I really liked Ellen at the time. Okay. I liked that, that kind
feel,
of fun,
give back vibes.
Games. Yeah, give back.
Have you watched the Sherry Shepherd show? I feel like you would like that.
No,
you should watch her show. She's the new Wendy. Well, not the new Wendy because there's only one Wendy Williams, but she took her time slot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in her studio.
Yeah, I always wanted to be on at the 4 or 5 o'clock show. I like late night shows too, but I like the middle of the day ones because it's kind of where they would be playing everywhere, wherever you were going. I wanted that to be. I wanted to be Christina.
Oh, I love Christina.
Damn, that's a unlocked memory.
Yeah, I either wanted to be like Christina or I wanted to be like Don Francisco.
Don Francisco is fun too.
Yeah, Sábado Gigante was my shit, bro.
That chacal scared the fuck out of me.
I know, he was creepy.
He scared the fuck out of me, I'll be honest. That shit.
Yeah, I thought it was hot.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
Oh, someone's a little dark and twisted.
Heinous.
Litness.
I knew someone who went on Sábado Gigante, and I remember when she went on, I was like, oh my God, you made it. Like,
you made it.
You're so famous. Yeah. Oh my God.
The camera pans to her and it cuts off her. You were there. I saw you.
No, literally. I thought being on TV, in any kind of way, even on the news, I was like, oh, you're you're famous now.
Oh my God, dude, that's so funny.
I've always wanted to be an extra, in a show or a movie.
Dude, you could still do that.
How would we even?
I didn't Saul give Hans pointers on how to do that, bitch? You could totally
to be an extra.
Totally yeah, you get
just
paid
walking in the background.
Bitch, 14 hours of work just to be.
You look at the camera, you're like.
They're like, Vanessa, we just need you to walk straight. Don't look into the camera. She's like.
That's literally what I do. I side-eye the camera.
She's like, Vanessa, one more time. Just walk straight. Don't look at the camera. She's like, I got it. Her little side glance.
I'm not turning my head, just my eyes.
Have you guys watched Friends?
Yeah, episodes, Friends? But I never saw it
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Well, it's because one of the characters on the show, he's an actor, and another character, Phoebe, she needed money, so he's like, oh, come be an extra on my show. But she gets so into the role that she starts doing her own shit. Oh my God, bro, it's comedy. Because in one of them, he's like, she's a nurse. And then in another one, she's a waitress. She's like, it just doesn't make any sense. Why am I a nurse and now I'm a waitress? And he's like, oh, because you work part-time to take care of your son. And she's like, yeah, but why wouldn't I talk to you? He's like, oh, because you're mad at me. And she they roll the scene and she's walking by and she smacks the shit out of his head. And then there's God, why'd you do that? And she's like, he slept with me and never called me back. And all the extras are like, me too. Me too.
Oh, hell no.
Maybe if we're extras, well, maybe, if we're single then. Probably not. I was going to say we could, meet the famous people and we could be the extras that are sleeping with the stars. Do you think the extras do that? No.
In another world.
No, I feel like no. I feel like they don't. I feel like now with the way that things are, I think there's defined parameters on where extras can go.
That's true.
So I don't think probably people have access to a Michael B. Jordan or some shit like that.
Did you guys?
You better walk by him and look at him through the side of your eye real quick,
Did you guys watch the new Anne Hathaway movie?
Yes, I was just about to bring it up.
Yeah, because how she goes into the bathroom. I'm like, bitch,
cringe. But I watched it.
Wait,
I watched it. It was a little
explain
cringe.
The scene. What does it mean? Go to the bathroom.
She's at Coachella and she has the VIP, so she goes to the VIP section and she sees just a bunch of little trailers. So she just assumes that one of them is the bathroom, and she goes in there, and it's literally not a fucking bathroom. You could tell right off the bat it's somebody's trailer. And then she hears someone in the bathroom, so she waits in if it's a fucking line or something. And then the guy comes out, and she's just use the bathroom. And then it was a whole artist that was gonna headline Coachella. And she uses the bathroom, and he comes out, and he's sitting there, and she's like, what?
She's like, are you one of the weirdos that listen to people pee?
Yeah, and he's like, no, like I'm actually like a performer here. And she's like, oh, my bad. I'm gonna go now.
I have no idea. This is so embarrassing.
Yeah, and I was just like, bruh, shut the fuck up.
She's like, but let me write that down for when I go to Coachella next year.
Get VIP pass.
Are y'all running into the rappers like, oh my God, excuse you?
I swear, I feel like I'd be so nonchalant. I feel like that'd be like my go-to. I'm like, pretend like I don't know who you are. That's gonna be like my way. I have to be different because girls probably fangirl over them all the time.
Right.
You know,
to
so
like you don't see them.
I'm gonna be like that girl that's like doing in my own world. You know, just like in my own experience, not caring who's around me.
Somebody
and then he's gonna see me from across the room, and he's gonna be like, "Wow, like she's just so different. Cool." Like
she's always set at Coachella facing the other way, just so she's different. She's all like, he's like, everyone, you're having a great time screaming. She's like, can
we lower the volume?
No. Right? Does anybody have any earplugs? Like,
no. Someone commented and was like, that movie is what I thought was gonna happen when I shaved my pussy to a One Direction concert. It's an age gap movie though.
That's when they were saying that you don't want support.
I wanted to ask you guys about that because we had just had that conversation about, you know, drastic like difference in ages. Like, and dude, this woman in the movie is 41 and he's 24.
Damn.
How'd you feel about that? Because to me, it kind of felt like they're promoting. Like, obviously, it's a movie, but you know,
it's a fan fiction.
But still, like...
So it was somebody's, like, fantasy, essentially. Like, all these movies are about Harry Styles.
What?
Did you guys know that? Like, the idea of you, at the After movies. I don't know if you've seen those.
Oh, really?
Those are all fan fiction of Harry Styles.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so even, like, especially in this one, they really, really played into that. Like, they did, like, the same lighting in a certain... scene, how he was on the Graham show.
Yeah.
Like, even his, like, mannerisms, the way he dressed, like, that was all just, like, trying to copy and paste to Harry Styles, which I think he did a great job.
Oh, yeah, and his accent, too. He's from, like, where was he? London from?
Yeah, from, is he from, I don't know, fucking England or something. Yeah, I don't personally like it because it doesn't make any sense because in the whole premise of the movie in the beginning is she gets a divorce because her husband marries a younger woman.
Yeah.
And she's like, so the whole movie is her battling... right? Emotionally of like, oh, now I'm dating
liking a younger
man.
guy. Mm-hmm.
So I didn't finish it. I haven't watched it, to be honest.
That battle was short-lived. She battled herself like one day, and then after that, she was like, "Come here, baby boy."
She's all yummy.
No, literally. Hey, low-key, that scene though, like where he was on the piano and like
I literally didn't watch it. I stopped watching when she leaves the bathroom. It was so cringe to me.
Oh, I watched it.
I want to finish
it.
The
cringe kind of went away a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should finish it.
What I saw parts of it on TikTok. What I did think was stupid is like the daughter getting mad.
She didn't get mad.
Of like, how do you think I live or something like that?
No, she didn't get mad.
I need to watch it then.
Watch it. She didn't get mad. It was just more like the pressure once they became like official of like how drastic their life changed because, you know, at school everyone knew that was her mom, so she started getting bullied and stuff like that. So it was just more of like her dealing with like the repercussions pretty much of her mom dating like a superstar. But she never got mad at her mom. It was just more like I'm like hurting because like I'm being bullied and shit. But like but like her mom, like I don't want to ruin the movie.
Wait, is she supposed to be Olivia Wilde?
Oh my God. That could be it. I fucking forgot about that.
Did he come out as gay, Harry Styles?
He's gay?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't
Watermelon
think so.
sugar?
No, because literally I saw this movie with Harry Styles called The Policeman.
Oh, he's gay in the movie.
Yeah, and I started watching because I was like, oh, Harry's going to be like a love interest, whatever. And he turns out to be gay in the movie. But they full-blown show like sex scenes of him and like the guy. And they're like,
he's an actor, bitch.
Yeah, no, and I get it. But I told my little sister about it, and she was like, "Oh, he came out gay a long time ago," and I was like, "What? I never even heard that." That's I'm like, did he?
Not to my recollection.
I don't think I think he plays into like the queer bait type of idea. But I don't think he goes out.
Yeah, so I was just like, damn,
my type of man.
Lost my man.
Did you ever have a crush on Harry Styles?
No, I was never a directioner.
Me neither.
I was a believer.
You're a believer.
I was a believer.
Talking about being a believer.
Oh my God.
How do you feel?
I'm going to be so honest, y'all. I could not give a fuck. Like, Haley is the most boring person to me. I just think because she's beautiful and because she's with Justin Bieber. Like, and even Justin Bieber, I'm like, you're a dick. Like, I feel like if Hailey she's so beautiful that if that was my wife, I'd be like praising the ground. I can't get over the fact that he dressed like a bum ass all the time. And she's like always looking pretty and cute. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she puts effort and he will just not give her, like, your platform is so huge that you can make your woman shine even more and you don't. Yeah. Except in this cute ass little video that you made now. But it's like, that's bro. Funny.
You don't think it's intentional that he dresses like Adam Sandler? Like Adam Sandler to make her maybe look better? Like, so that the attention isn't away from him and on her?
That could be a theory.
It's not going to be, though. You know that. You know, like, if you're going to an event, like a huge event for your wife, and you can't even put on jeans. I know you got jeans. Yeah. Or, like, sneakers. Like, you're in slippers. And she's in a cute little red dress. I feel like I just don't like Justin Bieber as a person anymore. I do like his music, though. Mm-hmm. That it's like, oh, you're having a kid? Whatever, dude. Like,
I saw this video that said I wasn't going to drink today, but I have to pour one out for 6-year-old me.
Yeah. People are pissed that he's having a baby. They're all heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah. People are crying on TikTok.
What?
Aren't those bitches insane. Old now?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, y'all got the emotional maturity of a 6-year-old.
Yeah, like, shouldn't y'all be happy that he's a father now?
Yeah.
Hopefully se pone las pilas.
That's crazy.
Se pone las pilas. He's all rich.
Yeah, he's like, bitch, I've been working. I'm chilling. He's like, I'm retired.
Yeah. I do feel like ever since the whole Diddy thing and all that came out, I have more empathy for him because I feel bad. I do. Because I remember when he was like a kid, but I remember when he said the N-word, hard R. Damn. I do. I don't. You don't remember that?
Honestly, I was not any of those.
Same. I wasn't I wasn't a hardcore.
Shakira or Beyonce in that order. And
no,
Rihanna.
Let me see. Years. I have to find it because, I mean, he was a kid. I do want to say that.
That's what I'm saying. And I feel like, I'm going to be honest, the 2010s, if you grew up in the 2010s, it was 2010s, because that's our age.
There's no
group.
videos on
Especially Twitter in that time.
Bro, people were just saying shit to be foul. Like, if y'all were alive during the Odd Future, Wolfgang, Kill Them All era, like, I'm sorry, that was just a different time in the world. Like,
everyone would say the N-word.
People would just say shit to be reactionary.
Not the hard R.
Not the hard R. No, not the hardy R, but everyone would say it.
Yeah, well, he said the hard R, and he's gotten multiple DUIs, and it irritates me that he hasn't gotten, like, deported. Like, those kind of things are, I'm like, what the fuck?
He has his DUIs? Damn, I don't know shit about Justin Bieber.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even, like all those things that, like, celebrities get away with, it irritates me.
And it's insane because you're insanely rich. Why the fuck are you driving?
Bro. Like, call your chauffeur.
What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's stuff that if you met a random man on the street and you're like, oh, I have 2 DUIs, and I used to say the hard R. Like, you would hold him to a completely different standard. I would absolutely hold him to a different standard. You know what I mean? Like, if I introduced you to, like, a boyfriend and I was like, oh, this is my boyfriend, and then later you saw that he said the hard R and someone told you, like, yeah, he's got, like, 2 DUIs, like, he's still, you know what I mean?
Bitch, you sure that's the man for you?
That's what I'm saying. That's how I feel about Hailey.
I'm like,
but Hailey's also white and her family is very questionable, so.
Yeah. Well,
then her uncle shoots
isn't alcoholism like in white people culture anyways?
That what?
Isn't like alcoholism like? Yeah. Well, no, I think that's opioids too, but
pills, everything.
When I think of drinking culture, I think Latino. So more than anything, to be honest,
I always think of like, well, drinking culture. Yeah, Latinos, English people drink a lot. Irish people drink a lot.
I give crack to the whites. That's what I think.
The
crackers. Yeah.
I just saw this stand-up.
Opioids have
yes.
Pills.
Heroin.
All that boring shit.
Heroin, cocaine. Yeah, all that. All the good stuff.
What is it? K12?
Fentanyl.
I just saw a stand-up of this girl where she's saying that they're starting to make scary movies more diverse. And she's like, I think that's the one thing we can all collectively agree that we should just keep it all white.
Kill the white people.
Yeah, she's like, that in the movies, the white woman would be like, why is this happening to us? She's like, you know why this is happening to you, Sharon.
Wait, Vanessa, you didn't give your recap of like looking back at 101. Well, looking back at 100.
It's been a journey. I think one thing I resonated with you was that I didn't realize how many episodes 100 is. Like, I just thought, oh, it's just a number. But then when I conceptualized it in years, it's like we've been doing this for over 2 years now. Like 2 fucking years. So I think for me, it was just more like, it felt surreal. Like, oh shit, like we're really here. Like we're really out here doing this shit. I don't know. Like, I think I feels like, I don't want to say numb. I know that's not the right word. It's just more like I can't believe it. Like we really did this shit. And we're doing this shit. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I think what's cool is, honestly, it's mostly others that make me very aware of how huge it is, because a lot of people were congratulating me, and I was like, thank you. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like if we were gonna flop, we would have done it already.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And now, since I think it's so consistent, and we're all very motivated, I'm like, it can only go up. So if we're gonna flop, I don't think it's gonna be anytime soon, which I'm happy about. And I do appreciate it more. Like now, it's more of like, what can this bring me? And at the time, it was just more of like, oh, cool, I'm in a creative space.
Well, it's fun,
and I'm having a good time. And I'm still having a good time, but it's more of like, okay, well, now what can I gain? Yeah. At the time, it was just like, oh, I'm learning. I had never been in front of a camera. I had never done this. You know what I mean? Like even just sitting down and kind of having these really cool conversations. Yeah. My friends, I don't think we were like that in a sense of like, there's these topics happening. It was just more like talking shit. I mean, which we do here, but the fact that we can break down scenarios and kind of have more
diversity.
Yeah, diverse conversations. It's cool.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Hey besties, today's episode is brought to you guys by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I know when I've been in moments of my car accidents, I sit back and I think, oh my God, what do I do? Who do I call? What to do next? But really, when you have somebody like State Farm, all you should be thinking is, you know what? I have the right team, the right group of people who help and genuinely care and want to make sure that you're filing your claim correctly or helping you find the protection to cover the things that you love most. That's why I'm always feeling at peace driving with State Farm, knowing that they're really there to help me.
Besties, there is a lot to say when you buy a new home or a new car, but there's only one thing to say when you need to protect them. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm has options to fit your unique needs, which means you can talk to your agent to choose the coverage you need. You can have coverage options that protect things you value the most. You can file a claim right on the State Farm mobile app, reach a real person when you need to talk to someone, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Yeah, definitely. This is like my therapy for me sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I think what I've enjoyed about it is not only like connecting with the audience and you guys, but also just how I feel when I leave. Sometimes when we pull up, we're not having the best day or whatever, but then having the conversation, it's like, oh, like I needed to hear this or I needed to hear that, or I say something and I hear myself say it and I'm like, oh shit, like kind of registers better. Or you guys say something, I'm like, oh shit, I need to hear that. Like, it just kind of feels like very like meant to be, like for us to like be here.
Yeah. We're gonna be up there in LA.
So. Yes, sir.
Hopefully, send us money. We
please.
Really want to. We really want to fix
Why are we
like
this? Give me money, please.
Give me money, please.
Hey, if y'all really love us, y'all will donate to our Fix Our Studio Fund, and you could do that through Patreon.
Yeah.
Can they tip on Patreon?
The what?
Can they tip on Patreon? Amy asked.
I don't know.
Oh no. Well, y'all want to really tip? Y'all can subscribe to the $50 a month, and then we'll take that because we're trying to. We wanted this. I would consider this, but like maybe it was a third. Well, I don't know how you guys just.
Yeah, like 3.
Yeah, I wanted to say third season.
Yeah,
like third season. We're gonna switch things up, guys. We haven't had time this time, and probably not next week. But there will be a new look and feel to our studio. I promise. If y'all have ideas, shoot them in the DMs as well.
If you guys have been enjoying these episodes, go ahead and tap on the screen.
A 15, 20, 25, a percent.
100.
Hey, keep it 92 plus 8 with it 100. Oh, Drake and Kendrick.
Ooh.
Damn.
People are still dissecting.
People DM'd me like
trying to tell you to talk about it.
Yeah, be like, oh well, this and that, and I'm like, bro, straight up. To me, it's Kendrick. I just think Kendrick's lyrics are more.
They hit.
He's a lyricist,
yeah. And I think Drake's just having fun, but it's like, you were having fun, but he's dropping too many truth bombs for you to just act like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, especially because, like, he didn't even name drop Millie Bobby Brown, and Drake's like, Millie Bobby Brown? And it's like, whoa, bro. Like, and now looking back, because TikTok, y'all, it sends me on a, like,
Rabbit hole.
Yeah. I watched all the Millie Bobby Brown shit, all like the way her interviews, the way she talked about how they connected. And I'm like, yo, that's super weird. Because he was 32 and she was 18, I think. Or no, 14. She was 14, yeah. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. As a grown man, I cannot fathom you having a friendship with a 14-year-old girl. Unless you're like her teacher and you're giving, I don't know. She's not a rapper.
Mentoring or something.
Mentoring kind of thing, you know? Or like I feel like not teacher not a pervert way, just more of like you guys spend a lot of time together and you know you're teaching or something. But I just think like, why are you going out to dinner with a 14-year-old? Yeah. Todavía her dad, you know, like if you guys were in plans of working together, but you weren't. And
did they go to dinner alone or like her parents would go?
I think her dad was there, but they would text and she would meet him up like at concerts and stuff. I doubt her parents were there every time. Because, you know, famous people have different standards.
Right. Yeah. Drew Barrymore was an alcoholic at 9 years old.
No way.
Yeah, she went to rehab in like at 13. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Cameron Diaz was the one who revived her whole career. She was done for because she was like a drug addict, a severe drug addict and alcoholic at like 9. Her mom would take her to parties.
And they put her in like the room that's like all white. Like the ones you see in like movies. They tossed her in like in one of those. Like she went to like rehab.
So it was alcohol and other drugs?
Yeah, her mom would take her to like Studio 54, like at 6 years old, would like turn up all night with her. And like she started, E.T., she came out when she was 3 or 4 or some shit like that. So taking her to these clubs with a bunch of these producers, executives, and was literally letting her daughter turn up, dance, party. Like she was known as a partier bitch and she was under 10 years old. She'd be at parties.
And clubs. Did she ever get assaulted or anything like that?
I'm probably sure, but I've never, I don't think I've.
She's never said.
She's more affiliated with the drugs and alcohol than
That's insane.
I'm sure there must have been because as a grown man, why would I give a 6-year-old a drink?
Yeah, she had a really her relationship with her mom too was like not like now.
She should have been in prison.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But she says like if she didn't go to rehab, like rehab literally like saved her life. I mean, as a literal child.
That's crazy.
Like, well, if your mom would have not taken you there in the first place, maybe you know rehab wouldn't have had to save her life. But
exactly.
Yeah, her mom she would literally turn up. Like her career literally got revived because of Charlie's Angels. Cameron Diaz said she would not do the movie without her, and so that catapulted her to rise again and like people to want to work with her and trust with her.
And she's a good actress.
She's a good actress. Yeah, 50 First Dates. I don't care. I'm gonna watch that movie a million times. I
love that movie. It's a good one.
I just showed my boyfriend. He had never watched it through. I was like, girl, play that shit right now. It's the best. It's my favorite movie of all time.
I love a really great movie. I love watching movies with people that have never seen them though, because it's like you get excited. It's like you're watching it all over again. Yeah. You're like, how are you gonna like it?
He's never watched anything though. Like because his family was just not a movie. So like he's never seen The Lion King. He's never seen like most Disney movies. Watch, let me show you. I have a literal a list of movies he's never seen. Where is it?
You're lying. Well, I haven't seen The Lion King live action, but I'm
the live action sucks though. This is his list of movies he hasn't seen.
What?
This one's mine. It's long. Like, look. Okay, Pride and Prejudice. That's just my favorite movie.
That shit look boring as fuck.
I'm such a like classic kind of
movie gal.
Yeah, like
old Hollywood glam
old
era.
Yeah, like old kind of movies. I made him watch Pretty Women, but he hasn't seen pretty much all the Spider-Mans.
What? And he's a guy.
Yeah, he's never seen WALL-E. He's never seen Titanic.
What?
Benjamin Button, Shawshank Redemption.
Benjamin Button's so good.
Yeah, he watched The 40-Year-Old Virgin, The Notebook, Slumdog Millionaire, Lion, Wolf of Wall Street.
He hasn't seen The Notebook?
I don't think I've seen Slumdog Millionaire.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's so fucking good.
Which one?
So fucking good. Slumdog Millionaire.
I haven't seen it either.
Man, that's a good fucking movie if you guys want to watch one. It's about this kid who wins the like that millionaire show where you like they ask you questions.
Oh, how to
become or something about millionaire.
Yeah.
And he wins. He answers all the questions and they start to torture him because they're like, how did you know all these answers? And the reason he knew all these answers were literal just like traumatic flashbacks from his life that they just got ingrained into his head. Oh my God, dude, it's really good movie.
It's sad?
It's sad, but it's not. kind of. It's a heartfelt movie for sure.
All right, when you watch with him, invite us so we can.
Oh my god, I will invite just you guys. Like, it's such a good movie, and I haven't seen it in so long, so I don't even really remember it. It's a really good movie.
Who's the little boy actor?
Dave Patel.
He's hot.
He is hot, but he's a little scrawny ass in that one. This is when like he was young.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Lion? Oh, you should watch Lion. Me recommending all mothers to watch Lion. It's sad. That one's a true story. It's about this little boy. It's also with Dave Patel. He lived in like a little town in India, and his brother would wake up and go work, like in the middle of the night, and he wanted to go with him because they're like poor. Like his mom like moves rocks and stuff, and so he goes with his brother. And he like lays him down like by the train. And he's like, wait here, I'll be back. And he never comes back. So the little boy wakes up and he hops on one of the trains like looking for his brother, and it leaves. And he's just on the train for days. Like days and days and days. And he ends up like lost in the middle of India. And this is a true story, y'all. Mm-hmm. And he gets he like obviously goes through a lot of hardships throughout that time, but he ends up at an orphanage and an Australian woman adopts him. And then he like grows up. And he starts having like flashbacks of his life, and he wants to find like his mom and his brother. And this is when Google Maps had just came out. So he starts looking for his village on Google Maps just by like small memories that he has. And obviously in the end, he ends up finding them, but it was all through Google Maps. Like he was just like trying to find him and find it. It's such a good movie. Yeah. Such a good fucking movie.
I've heard the real story of that. And then but as you were saying, I'm like, I remember, yeah. Literally just by his memory, he was able to like piece like, okay, it was like this area, this thing. That's just crazy.
Especially because, I mean, like right now it's hard for me to find shit on the maps, and it's the most like advanced technology we have. At the time, like imagine how distorted and everything looked.
Bro,
that's a good movie. There's people online that like if you like, let's say we take a picture of the hills outside, who can find where we are on the planet just by like the type of dirt, the type of like terrain weather that it shows. It's crazy. People are so fucking cool.
Yeah, I've seen those TikToks. They're crazy.
Chronically online for sure.
Somebody beat you, baby girl. You know, that's not looking your number one spot.
You're not on that level. You're so good.
You're safe.
They are subtitles, not captions.
No, that's crazy. I can't even imagine. And how was the reunion?
It shows the real and the fiction one at the end of the movie, because he brings both of his moms to like meet each other and stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, his brother, I'm going to just tell you anyways, his brother died that night. That's why he never went back for him. He got hit by a train. Yeah, that's why he never went back. Yeah. So, but that tells you like at the end of the movie.
Oh, I can't imagine as a mother, like losing both of your sons.
The same night?
The same night. Like, I can't even imagine.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. And I think what triggers it is like he eats one of like little Indian cuisines, and it like he like starts to remember.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. It's oh my gosh, dude, that movie is so fucking good. So good, y'all. Watch it. Lion. I think it's on Netflix.
Okay, I'll probably watch it.
Well, I don't know. I think I have my own account now.
I still haven't been able to get on my Netflix.
What do you mean you own an account?
Oh, you know they don't let you share accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my homegirl all those years, shout out to all your work. Now
she held it down.
She held it down. Now Marisol's holding it down with me with HBO. Well, I'm not gonna say the names because y'all gonna start fucking trying to put, protection layers and only use in one household. Like she lives at my house too. Relax.
Dude, Max, I gave like 12 people my HBO Max. Because I was like, bitch, this shit's expensive and I want every single person that can use it to use it. Because fuck you. Right. Thankfully, they haven't done that though.
Yeah, they better not. Brian just
many minutes cut that. I don't want them to hear you say this and then decide.
They know. They're in the works. They're fucking bastards.
Please, guys, I can't.
Please, I'm begging you.
Please, I can't be banned off another thing. One more thing in my life.
Let us have this one thing,
bro. Why did 2 people send me this? I just have to say, Instagram. You will. What was it? What is it? You know how they would like damn someone. You will rule the day. You will rule the day.
iCarly.
You will rule the day.
That's where I learned that word.
What was it? What's that boy's name? Peppermint?
No. Here, let me look it up. That shit's funny.
I'm like, where the fuck is this at? I'm like, what did someone literally... Oh, I can't even get on Instagram on this phone. Oh, my homegirl sent me this. Why did someone literally send me this?
Oh, that happened to me too.
Did it happen to you too?
Let me see.
It came up for me, and then I put take action.
Hey, now that's not my homegirl. Your biggest ops.
That's not my homegirl.
Like that's not her.
That's not her.
She don't have 3 L's.
No, she don't. She never.
Hey, you guys, if you're listening to this, please follow my new Instagram. I got banned. All ISIS 3 L's because I'm not taking another motherfucking loss. But yeah, I got banned. Permanently banned. I got permanently banned for supporting. Actually, I was supporting, but I was making a critique on the fact that universities, which are supposed to be the pillars of education and allowing us, the knowledge to critically analyze, world, events. World events. They're banning. I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to impede on no one's pockets. But
we get banned.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to impede on other people's pockets. But I'm gonna still talk on my fucking platform, so I'm gonna say that for that. But I don't think that it's right that universities are prohibiting our First Amendment right to free speech. I feel like.
Was it the post about the police going in?
Yeah. So I think it's because my Meta is owned by Facebook, which is now. Instagram is owned by Facebook, which is now under Meta. Mm-hmm. And I think on my post it said, like, isn't it so meta how, like, pro-Israeli groups are attacking, like, pro-Palestine students, like, on these university campuses, and that's being allowed. And then I just put in the caption, like, this is crazy. Like, it's all for another country. Yeah. And that was banned. And literally, my account was permanently banned for saying that. And so, yeah, all I'm going to say is, like, there's been situations, this is my second time being banned over a terrorist shit. Okay, whatever. I'm not a terrorist, guys. It's just my fucking name. But my first account was also banned for terrorist shit because my bio said, like, the terrorist group of bomber. Okay, I don't know if we're going to have to bleep out all these words because I'm not trying to flag. But... yeah, like, it's just pissing me off. I'm like, a second time over some terrorist shit. Like, that is really pissing me off. Like, it really pisses me off. Because I'm like, I don't want to put the words bomb on there. I don't want to put, like, terrorizing anything. Like, I have to be really thoughtful with my words. Like, that's why I fuck with TikTok.
Imagine you were, like, pro-right.
Oh my God.
Like I wonder how different.
I would have not been banned.
That's what I'm saying. But like, because your name is still ISIS, like, I wonder how the like platforms would handle your outspokenness.
Nobody can handle me. That's a problem.
No, what's crazy is you can't post that, but you can still receive dick pics on there.
Right.
That part.
Right. Like, I'm confused.
That part.
Right. And I'm like, people be on there saying some spewing hella racist, Islamophobic.
You can say it, you can't type it.
Okay, I'm like, or you can't post it.
That's what I learned. No, you can post it. You just can't type it. You can't type anything that's bad. Because I was making a review and I put, I'd kick a baby in the fucking head for this. If I had to. But I typed it and they banned me too. Damn. And it was right before yours. So I was like, maybe they're just going around banning. But then I remember I had seen your story and I was like, okay. And it said, like, you can't incite violence or anything like that.
On mine?
No, on mine. Like, when they had banned me. But they only banned me for like a day. So you can't type it, but you can say it. But you also have to, you can't, like, you know how you can't say kill, you have to say unalive. Like, there's a lot of words even now that you're not allowed to say.
Yeah. All I have to say is fuck IG, fuck Facebook, fuck Meta. And if you want to be down with Bad Boy, then fuck you too. I feel like Tupac right now, for real. I'm in my hit 'em up era. Like, I really am. Hey. And I feel like, but you know what? It's cool. I feel like every time my account gets deleted, every other time I give a fuck less what I'm gonna post. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna post this, and if it's cringy, if people are thinking, oh, she's trying to do XYC so bad, I'm not trying to do XYC so bad. I just really am that bad.
Period.
No, and that post you had just posted was so good. The one of your B-Day.
That's why I was so pissed. So I'm gonna repost my B-Day pics. I don't care. Y'all gonna act like you never fucking seen them in your life, like you weren't fucking there. Y'all better fucking comment and post, oh my God, this is crazy. When did I miss this? Exactly. But yeah, no, I just feel like, I don't care. I'm gonna just post hella shit, and you know what? It is what it is. My account got deleted. There's bigger problems in the world, quite literally. My Instagram being deleted for supporting something that I fundamentally believe in. You know what? It just reaffirmed my fight for it, and that I do know that we're being censored, and I do think that you should speak up if you can, but...
No, 100%. Especially on TikTok. Like, the fact that they're trying to ban it so close to an election is wild. Wild to me. Because I'm like, bitch, I think now if they were to ban it, I think people's crave for information is so large that you're gonna find it elsewhere. They're just gonna make a new app.
Yeah, they are, and information is still there. If you really want to look for it, it's there. But I do have to say, because yesterday I was talking about it with a friend, and they're like, "Well, what do you think about people that don't want to speak up, or like they're famous people?" And I guess now they're doing mass blocks of people who are celebrities who are not supporting either side. They're fully blocking them so they can't even engage in their content. And I'm just like, I don't know. I do feel conflicted because I feel like if you want to speak up, you should. But I feel like does every voice matter? Yes, it does. No voice should think that they don't have the right to speak up for something that they believe in. But I also feel like I understand. Let's say I was a big influencer and on Instagram, and 50% of my income relied on my page. This would devastate my livelihood. This would devastate. So I would think twice about posting something like that. If my livelihood and if other people depended on me, if I was just depending on me, then I'll probably differently. But I'm cognizant and I'm conscious of like people don't want to lose job opportunities. They don't want to lose out on, things that could drastically impact their livelihood. So I am cognizant. Obviously, I do think at the end of the day, right, if we allow one group to be obliterated off the earth, what are we going to say for one day when they come for us or people we love or things like that, So obviously, again, it depends on where your moral ground stands.
I think the only reason I disagree with that is because people are already doing that, especially at school, risking your entire education and careers for the cause. And these people really don't have to do much, like they can just type a watermelon. It's something as simple as that to show, I guess, but it's really that, like, whose side are you on? I don't think it would hurt. I just think that, like you said, it really, it has nothing to do with them. Unfortunately, it's just they're not even in this reality that we're all living in. They're not even there.
Yeah.
Like they have no reason to care. But I think they only care when it's convenient.
Yeah. So do you prefer them to put the watermelon and actually not care about like either side, or would it be better for them not to say anything if they genuinely don't care?
If they genuinely don't care, then whatever. But I don't disagree with blocking them. Because if it's true, they only have attention because we give it to them. Yeah. So if you feel like it's just more of like, if I feel like the person that I'm looking up to isn't morally in the same stance as I am, then I don't really want to follow this person anyways. Yeah. I think that's why I have so many conflicts with like Justin Bieber and Drake and all that, because I'm like, I get it. I understand the influence and I understand that they're incredible artists and incredible, writers and whatever, but I can't look past the fact that Drake's a pedophile. And I can't look past the fact that, Justin Bieber's done a lot of horrid things. Obviously it's like a cycle, they did it because XYZ and whatever, but I'm also aware of like that. Those are just things that I'm not okay with. And it's not that I don't like, I won't bash on them. Like I'll still listen to the music every now and then, but it's not like I'm like, they're my favorite person on the planet. I'm not going to like, if I have to block Drake, I'm not going to die. I don't even follow him on Instagram. Yeah. It's a simple act of, going against the, but then there's always someone commenting, oh my God, who cares?
Yeah. Because I get it, and I'm also cognizant, like, things that I've cared deeply about, people that I follow, that I consider my friends. A lot of my friends did not post shit about the migrant caravan that was coming in, and, like, people were walking 12,000 plus miles to get to the United States. Nobody gave a fuck. My family was collecting, like, food and clothing and going to those albergues and, like, dropping off, supplies for them. Does that mean that these are horrible people?
No.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that. Do they just not give a fuck about what I care about? Yeah. Is there things that maybe they care about that I don't give a fuck about? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, obviously the closer you are to it, I feel like the deeper it is that you feel like, oh, people should care about it. People should be, motivated and be doing things. But I also understand not everyone's educated. I've been posting shit about that for months now, and I have my homegirls like, dude, I just barely saw this video, and like, I can't believe no one's saying anything. And I'm like,
You're on the wrong side.
I'm like, bitch, you like my top people on my shit that be watching my shit.
Let me find out, got me muted.
Yeah. Right. And she's like, no, bitch, it's because I haven't seen you like post videos of like graphic. I'm like, well, if you're seeing the numbers of 30,000 plus people, they just stopped counting, dying, do you need to see blown up dead bodies to find compassion? I don't. I mean, in the migrant caravan, there was tens of thousands of people walking. I didn't need to see the blisters on their feet and the blood to empathize with like their situation and understand that it's inhumane.
Yeah.
And whatever. I don't want to go into a larger topic, but but like, again, I think everything is just like the proximity.
100%. Yeah. Because even that's what I'm saying. Like, even like to me, pedophiles are the most scum of the earth.
Yeah.
That's not everyone. Like, not everyone feels like that. Some people see like a 40-year-old with a 18-year-old and it's like, oh, huh, it's su noviecilla. Like, it's not a big deal. To me, that's just, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
That's just because I've seen it too close in proximity. I just really, 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 really disagree with it. I think it's disgusting, whatever. So when I see an artist who kind of has had that similar situation, like I really, really knock them in that sense. Because morally, to me, we don't align anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm also aware that, like you said, like the caravan or even just the whole thing in Palestine, that's just content that I'm consuming.
Yeah.
And I'm all like, even right now, like I feel like I need to step away from TikTok because it's the only content I'm consuming. And I have like nightmares and stuff. And then I wake up and I'm in panic and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm waking up in panic. I can only imagine these people. Like I get to a point where I can't even get it out of my head. So I know that there's limits that you need to put yourself to because it's like you said in a past episode, there's only so much you can do. And if there's someone that doesn't know, there's really no harm in being like, oh, well, this is what's happening. Because I noticed too online, it's just more of like, you don't know, you're fucking stupid. Right. Like you don't know, wow, look at all this shit happening and you don't fucking know, you idiot. Like it's like kind of bashing of like, well...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah. Well, it's just that, like, well, if we're on the different sides of the internet, then, like, I'm in LA and you're in fucking Palm Springs or something, like, you're not gonna know because it's a completely different social interaction.
Yep, yeah. And I was gonna say, I totally agree. I think that the dumbest thing people could do is say, oh, you're dumb as fuck, you don't fucking know, you don't say. I'm like... So you just totally exiled this person and made them less likely to engage in like a conversation so that they could be better informed. Yeah. The friend who told me that, like, dude, I didn't know that. I'm like, bitch, you've been seeing all my shit. What I could have thrown her, but like, are you dumb as fuck? You don't know what's going on? No. And I was like, no, dude, there's a lot of things that's going on. This and then I took some time to educate her, and I explained to her, well, I don't personally share graphic information, images on my account because I've seen Muslim people say I don't want to see that, and I don't think that it's necessary. Like what I said. I don't think that you have to see blood to like justify peace. And so I hear them, and I won't do that. Just like when there's a video of a black man being murdered by police, I don't like to typically show those videos because we know the studies, we know the research. I don't think you need to see a man on some man's knee on some man's neck for 8 minutes and 29 seconds to find compassion, So, but again, some people, they need to see that to really find the value. And that's okay. Like, I also don't want to knock them, but I just say, if you're in this world, you're learning about something, right? There's a lot of things that are going on in the world that we're not discussing and maybe we're not educated enough to talk about. But like, if someone doesn't know, just take the opportunity to inform them. Genuinely, your algorithm's going to dictate. I don't see any TikTok dances on my TikTok. I don't know what's going on past the renegade. Does that mean that there's not bitches that are popping off just by doing little dances? Yes. Like you said, it's just my algorithm. I don't do that. So some people, it's totally out of their world and they just want to be on Instagram seeing nails, sunshines, butterflies, their favorite influencers, and quote of the day. And that's their algorithm. Like, take a moment to be conscious that not everyone may know as much as you think you know.
And be conscious that the internet is fucking humongous. It is an entire universe. Like, it's not like, oh, it's a world. It's a whole universe. There is absolutely no way that we are going to be consuming the same content. Maybe because we live close together and, we talk about the same thing. So, like, our phones are listening into that, that plays into that. But there is absolutely no way that I'm consuming the same content that my cousins in Mexico are consuming. Yeah. You know, like they're getting maybe social things that are happening there that also need help, that also need a voice. You know, like I get a lot of feminicidio TikToks too, but I think it's because I travel to Mexico a lot and I you know, read up on that a lot too. But obviously my boyfriend's not gonna get those. Yeah. He's gonna have no fucking idea. Like, and it's the same thing with like men and women, how I get super anti-men TikToks. And like, I don't know, Saul or something gets really, really like misogynistic. Right. Especially with like Andrew Tate. I remember one time I told him, he was like, oh, I've never seen that video before.
Yeah, I didn't even know who that guy was till like they invited me on their pod. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like Andrew Tate.
There you go. And he was huge. Come on, y'all. We gotta do better to learn. We gotta all learn together.
Yeah. And give grace, you know, and you know, understand that not everyone wants to be online being a social justice warrior or social justice activism, and that's okay too. Like, I'm sorry, I don't actually think that everyone should have an opinion on something. I don't. There's certain influencers, I'm gonna be honest, if you don't speak about certain things, I'm gonna be okay with it, because I don't think that they're necessarily educated or they don't have the value or anything. Like, oh yeah, do this anyways, and make that, and it's just like, if your content is just you being a bad bitch shaking your ass, you know what, be a bad bitch, shake your ass. And if you're just at that shallow surface level, then that's all you can provide. That's all you can provide too. Like, you know, your value is in that and not in like other things, and that's okay too. Yeah. But since we're talking on the topic of like, maybe not I'm trying to say this in a way, on the topic of like being mindful of like age differences and crossing lines. Have you guys seen the video of like a teacher getting his hair unbraided by his students?
Yeah, I just saw that.
Did you see it?
I didn't see that.
Okay, watch it.
I loved it. I thought it was wholesome.
You thought it was wholesome?
I think it's okay. I think there's I understand why a lot of the internet reacted negatively. You know, because obviously there's a lot of like, you know, fucked up shit going on in the world, you know, kids getting groomed.
I'm like, is this a video? Fuck.
And people were like, that's wrong, you know, like, but I think it's part of their culture, you know, like he's bonding with his students, like they obviously respect him, and I feel like that goes both ways. Like I saw the video he made, the teacher himself, like explaining like I guess his point of view from after getting all that hate, because pretty much he just had like an appointment after the school to like get his hair done, and his students were just helping him undo his braids, and they were just saying how it was like inappropriate, and the whole time, and the whole time like they're just chatting it up about like school and stuff, and it's like, it sucks that things like that could be so innocent, and you know, you never know what kind of figures these students have at home, you know, what parental figures, what siblings, or what do they go through at home. And I don't know, I think to be able to come to school and have a relationship with their teachers like that's wholesome, that is like they feel seen, they feel valued, they feel like, you know, comfortable in that sense. Like, why turn it into something ugly that's obviously not the fucking case? Like,
yeah. This does not look.
It doesn't. Like,
honestly, it doesn't. As someone who had a deep crush on their teacher, I think that's totally innocent. I don't think there was any malice. I mean, he's on live, so I don't think he was trying to do something sneaky. But I do think that because maybe let's say you're a student who is missing that parental figure. When you're young, you're developing crushes. Like we fall in love with, like you said, Justin Bieber, me with Tupac, you know, like you just are so infatuated with like certain people. It's very easy to fall in love with like your teacher. And I feel like because you're blurring the lines between like what is okay for like this man that's older than you to allow you to be in a space. I feel like you're just blurring the lines a little too much for young girls or, you know, young boys. Because I also seen in the video of another teacher who was super playful, always posting up her kids. Turns out she was sleeping with one of the students, and now she's, you know, on bail. So I just feel like it can allow the door for grooming and for them to think like, oh yeah, you can undo my hair. Oh yeah, can you actually tell me what my shirt put on real quick? Or can you help me with my shoes? And suddenly they're blurring the lines, and students think it's okay for them to do things that maybe we're perceiving that they're perceiving them innocently, but the teacher or another person, another authority figure could take advantage of them. So I think it blurs the lines too much for me.
I disagree only because I think looking at every scenario, especially like that one, with malice is also not a solution to, I guess, pedophilia. You know, I think it's very obvious when, and I think in those situations, it's definitely on teachers, like, to keep each other accountable.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in a school and I'm seeing one of my peers act a little too close with my students, I'm going to bring it to their attention. I'm going to be like, especially because kids talk. Students talk, you know, like we did. I'd be like, oh, my teacher so-and-so is such a bitch. I love going to this class because this teacher's so cool, whatever. You know, and I think in those situations, it's nice, like you said, like to have those connections with your teachers, because I do think they're one of the most important people in your lives.
And it motivates you to want to do better. At least me personally, when thinking on like the relationships I had with certain teachers, just like feeling seen, like they believed in me, and like, yeah, they were my teacher, but they also, I felt like they cared about me and like my future, motivated me to want to be a better student. So yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from though, because there are some people with malintentions, you know, and you never know, and that's the sad part. But I think if we're sticking to just like that video, like I think it's sad that it's getting a lot of hate, because I don't see anything wrong with it.
And it's one of those things where it's like, it's not all men.
Yeah.
And it's clearly because they're in such close proximity to him. Like you said, he's on live, but people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
When they have someone that close, they're like, it would have been so easy to just like tap him on the shoulders or, you know, whatever. And he's just chilling, like getting his braids undone.
And the girls are not like touching him or anything. They're just sticking to his hair. Like they're just doing the hair.
And even like you having a crush on your teacher, that's on your teacher to handle that. Not you. And I feel like as a child, like when you do something and it's innocent until someone tells you like, hey, don't do that. Yeah. And now you're like, well, why? Oh, this is wrong. That's when you start to kind of pervert your mind a little bit. It's not because of anything you're doing. It's because something told you. It's kind of like your insecurities. Like you don't know you're insecure about someone until someone's like, oh, look at your like arms or like your lonjitas or whatever. Like, damn, I didn't even know I had lonjitas, but now you're telling me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just still feel like I've had a lot of teachers who are really close to me, it provided a lot of value, and it didn't require physical touch. I just feel like, to me, again, I understand it's their culture and, you know, that's something that's very much done. But I just feel like, again, the touching, just because, let's be honest, there's so much history of sexual assault. Yeah. We don't know. Again, this is not suggestive to that video in specific, just in general, looking at it broadly. I don't think that a student needs to be touching a teacher. Like, I just feel like there should not be, there should not be a lot of physical touch because, again, you're young. Yeah. And if you've had history of sexual assault, or maybe they haven't properly educated you on what to be aware of, you're thinking, oh, this is my teacher, he cares about me. He's really nice, he's really sweet. I've had teachers, I remember in PE and in middle school, there was a teacher, really nice, really sweet. He took one girl in the car. She was helping her with something. He had a camera allegedly looking up her skirt. So, you know what I'm saying? I just think that it could potentially lead to something, and at the end of the day, it is the adult's fault. The adult needs to make the best decision. Yeah. But again, we're allowing children to have this perception that we can blur the line between what is okay, and I just don't think that in a classroom setting, a kid needs to be braiding or unbraiding someone's hair. But my personal opinion.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's not even we're allowing children. It's like we're allowing people to teach our kids who are not supposed to be there. And I want to say like, oh, we're allowing kids to do this. Like, no, I think we're allowing adults who can't even grasp their own mind to understand that maybe that's wrong, you know, because I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it might just be me that I'm such a physical person. You know, I like hugs, and I used to hug my teachers. Like, it was never, and it never ever felt malicious to me or inappropriate to me. And I had one teacher, I remember, that now that I think back, maybe, but even then, I think it's just me perverting a memory.
No, I actually have one too that I wanted to share. The story that I remembered was basically I bonded a lot with my bus driver from elementary school, and he actually was my bus driver even middle school, high school. What? Yeah, like he was just always like where I lived. Like there was like a year or two where like no me tocó ese bus driver, but I would always get him again. And his name was Efren. And he was the sweetest old white man. Like literally, you guys, like, that man was just so sweet, like so caring, not just with me, with he cared about every single student on the bus, like if it was his own children. And I remember one time, I wanted to get off at the bus stop before the stop of my house because my cousins were passing by it. They're walking to the 99-cent store, and I saw them out the window, and I was like, "Hey," like, and they were my cousins from Oregon who came to visit. So they were like, "Oh, get off." They were like, "Come with us," and I was like, "Okay." So I tried to get off, and the bus driver, he didn't let me. He was like, "I'm sorry, like I don't really know them, and like if something happened to you, like it would be on me. Like I'm really sorry. Like I know this isn't your bus stop. Like and I was in elementary. I was like in 5th. I was like 10 years old. So. I'm mad though. I got mad. And I remember I didn't talk to him for days. Like I would get on the bus and like I would just ignore him. I would just go to my seat. So I was like upset. But anyway, I eventually got past that and like we started talking again, like whatever. And then one time I remember I was in a rush to like get into the bus because I was late, and I ran into the bus and because I would give him a hug every morning, and this time I gave him a hug, but I also gave him a kiss on the cheek, and it was a reflex. It wasn't like it wasn't intentional or anything, but I felt so fucking dirty, like because I felt like it was wrong, like you know what I mean, like I crossed the boundary, and it to me. I knew that si le tenía cariño, like or like a grandpa vibes, you know, like no weird shit, like genuinely like. Like I said, he's been my bus driver for years, seeing him every morning, sitting behind him purposely, having conversations with him, just, you know, how's your day, friend? Like, how's your wife? How's your, you know, just talking about life, whatever. And I remember, like, hearing you guys talk about this is making me sad because obviously, it you know, for people like that's inappropriate. But in reality, to me, like that, like looking back on it, looking at that little girl who felt so guilty, again, I ignored him for days after that because I just felt so bad. I felt so guilty, not just for me, but like I felt like I put him in an uncomfortable situation because other kids saw. So I was like, oh my God, like I don't want him to get in trouble because I was like, it was just like a brain fart moment, you know, like us Latinos, we hug people. We're so used to giving kisses. So it just kind of happened. And it just makes my heart feel sad for that little girl. Like, because I was so upset. Like, I felt scared even. Like, oh, am I going to get called into the office? Like, is this going to be, like, a problem? Like, and I just felt like, you know what? Like, I have to, like, ignore him. Like, not talk to, like, him. And eventually I did again. And we did talk about it. And he was like, I understand. Like, you know, it happened. He was like, let's just keep moving forward, like, you know, because I feel like even him was like, well, like, how do I deal with that, you know? He was an old white man, you know, they're not really in touch with it, you know, they're kind of, you know, whatever. So it was just, but I just remember feeling like really guilty and bad and like I so ashamed, like I did something terrible, when in reality, like it wasn't that, like it was, you know, un cariño que se dio because with a person that I built a friendship with, ya eran años, that he'd been my bus driver at that point. So it's like, it's sad that it just like, you know, because it seemed like that.
There's no word for it. Like there's no word. And it's obvious when it's, because it's like a man who likes to work with kids. Like you're not automatically a pedophile.
No.
It's not necessarily that, but there's no, I feel like there's always, you know, kind of like cuando te encariñas with an older woman. Like, because she's a woman and women are naturally giving and nurturing, it's okay. Yeah. But I think with like that video of the teacher, there's no word for a man teniéndole cariño a una niña without it being perverted.
Weird or perverted.
Yeah, like I would hate. That's not really what I mean when I talk about, you know, like men or whatever. Because I am aware that, because I've had that, like I've had genuine connections, I think, with older teachers where I felt like I was in a safe place and I felt like I could talk to them. And it is fatherly, to be honest. Either fatherly or big brotherly or, you know, grandpa. All those emotions, like, it's the same feeling of I feel like this is my auntie or my mom or my grandma. But I think it's just an unfortunate reaction to the damage that men have caused. Obviously, women do it too, but I think it's clear in numbers that men are more likely. So I think naturally, especially as an adult, you're just like you have to look at it like that. Because I do that now with my niece. Like I'm aware that people are gonna love you because you're sweet and tender and adorable. But I always have to have that And I don't want to pass it on to her of like, don't do that or this is wrong. It's just more of like, let's just be mindful. And I always tell my, like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like, if my niece doesn't want to hug you, I'm not doing that whole, I hate it when my mom would be like, abrázalo, dale un abrazo. I'd be like, ugh, no, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to hug this fucking stranger that I don't even know, who's clearly not giving me a welcoming environment. So I feel like for kids, it's that. Like, if you feel like it's okay and I'm watching you and I know you're not a pervert, then by all means. But I'm big on physical touch. So if you want to hug, then go ahead and give a hug. Yeah. But I'm aware that some people are malicious, some are not. It's just one of those things where like you really don't know.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. For me, it's more that let's just be mindful. Because like you said, someone could have perceived that differently in your mind. And like you said, that was so natural to you because he had become someone that you're so familiar with, and he showed you a lot of kindness and caring, you know, and respect that you felt like, oh, I potentially could harm him, you know, or they could think something of me and him, you know, you were concerned for him, and that's what I say. I just feel like as teachers, because especially now with social media, like he allowed himself to be perceived. Maybe it would have been different if, like, in a classroom setting, this is offline. But because it's online, this is being
you're opening yourself up to judgment.
And you're opening up yourself to judgment. And like I said, I just think that there's just certain lines. I mean, if the parents of those kids are totally fine with it and they don't have an issue, then cool. Like I said, I just would not be comfortable with that. I just think I just know too much history of sexual assault and understanding how grooming works. It's like I could really be setting up my daughter to think that like the next person of authority who asked her to do something that could be perceived as like something passive or something, oh, don't worry, like we're used to this, and then allow that to be a door for her to then be in a position where she could be exploited or assaulted. I just feel like I would rather my daughter share a lot of kindness and respect and love with the teacher in a different way. Like that's just me.
And I think it does have a lot to do with the parents. Like obviously you can't help everything that's going to happen to your child. But if your daughter's coming home and it's like, oh, my teacher this, my teacher that. As a parent, I'm going to be like, well, let me get to know this teacher. Yeah. And then as the teacher, it's that too. Like as an adult who's building a friendship with a kid, if you have no interest in their parents, you're a pedophile. Because why wouldn't you want to be, as a teacher, why wouldn't I want to be like giving that comfort to the parents of like, your child is safe with me. Yeah. Obviously, that's also, this is what I'm saying, like it could just be twisted in any way, but at least there's an effort of this is who I am. I'm the person teaching your child. Yeah. This is because I'm sure he had to have that conversation with the little girl's parents. I'm sure the parents, in the video, you know?
One parent must have been alarmed.
Yeah, like that's not okay. Like, and I'm like, a father is gonna look at that and be like, "What the fuck? Why is my daughter?"
Yeah, because I think even like Rex, I remember he's like, I never want to get some other person's daughter, put her on my lap. He's like, I'm just not comfortable with doing that. He's like, I don't. He's like, I hate it when I see men have little girls on their lap. He's like, and I even hate it more when they're like bouncing. He's like, I just don't feel comfortable with that, and I never want to have any of your nieces like that. So I'm letting you know right now. Like, and perception. You know, like I would have never even thought of like, you know, I get all my nieces and but like I never even thought of that. Like the fact that something is innocent is like holding a baby on your lap. Could be something different
for people.
I totally agree. Well, on that note, guys, if you guys want to see some behind the scenes of our 100th episode, make sure you're tuning into Patreon. We got a little, I did a little get ready with me, and then you see a little bit of all of us, like little actions, what goes on, a little more chastity tati. I don't know, y'all have to check the Patreon to see. On that note, before we close, I really want to say thank you to all the besties who allowed me to be on this journey. It really means a lot to me with, you know, the besties that do reach out to me via DM and share how much I inspire them and how much, you know, I push them to pursue education and things like that. You know, I love that. I'm really grateful, especially to Vanessa and Stephanie and Salud for allowing me to be on this journey. It's really fun. It's really cool. I love to talk a lot of shit. I love to be informed, and I love to learn. And, you know, I always thought I was inspiring, bitch, but it really just makes my fucking head too big to be saying that. But just know it really means a lot to me. So thank you, besties, for allowing me to be on this journey. Again, tap into our Patreon. Follow me on my new Instagram because, you know, I got permanent ban for standing on my motherfucking rights. All things ISIS 3Ls because I'm not taking a third loss.
Tuyo.
Oh fuck! Sorry, I'm just wow. My bad. Blooming DC.
The weekend was crazy.
The dick flashbacks are going in my brain right now.
She's all crossing her legs.
Literally, I'm like shaking, like
she's all shaking.
And you can find me at Steph's Got Milk on all platforms. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Love you, besties.
Bye.